Simbi, Naima, loosely translated as the Sunken Lake. Located in South Nyanza, Homa Bay County, and 2.5 kilometers from Kindu Bay town, with a radius of about 1 kilometer and a 3-kilometer ring road around it. Its highest point of view overlooking the Homa Mountain, one of the very few carbonatite volcanoes in the world. Simbi is a crater lake with a close proximity to Lake Victoria and is full of mystery. From its formation, usefulness, habitat, navigation, and depth.
I'm Bernard Omondi Oloch, one of the local tour guides of Lake Simbi Naima. Lake Simbi Naima has got two sides of the history, whereby we have got mythical aspect of it as well as geographical aspect of it. Lake Simbi Naima is a crater lake formed as a result of volcanic eruption. Due to solidification of the magma, they can be forced to extrude upward, leaving a vent, and that vent could be filled up with surface water or rainwater, forming a lake.
Before this incident happened, there was a woman called Anyango from Gwasi. She came here at around 1715 AD. When she arrived, she found there were Sweta people living in this area. We are told some migrated from Tanzania while others from Kano Plains of Kenya. And this place was a village with 3 homesteads, 2 of them being alcohol drinking dens. She then went to the first homestead and found that the elderly were enjoying their booze but was unwelcome. She proceeded to the next homestead. Here too she met a hostile reception. She finally went to the last homestead, where she found a woman with 2 kids, who ushered her in and gave her food. After a warm reception, she asked the woman, "Do you have a husband?" The woman replied, "Yes." "What is his name?" "His name is Omolo. Would you mind calling him?" The woman then went and called her husband, but the husband refused and said he was still drinking with fellow elders. So the woman returned, but Anyango sent her back for the second time. This time too, the husband refused and sent a warning that either Anyango leaves or he will flog her out of his compound. Adamant, Anyango sent the woman to her husband for the 3rd time. This angered him, and upon seeing his wife coming, he took a 3-legged traditional stool and hit his wife on the head. His colleagues too joined him in battering his wife for interrupting their party. The woman escaped the beating and returned home. Anyango, upon seeing her, empathized with her and regretted why she had sent her. She then said to the woman, "Since your husband has refused to heed my calls, take your children and come with me. We are leaving this place unnoticed." The moment they started leaving the village, the weather began to change, and it started raining heavily, followed by flooding. Those that remained partying started scrambling to safety, with some climbing on trees. It rained so heavily that the entire village was submerged, and everyone, including livestock, drowned. As a result of the heavy downpour and floods, the village sank, giving it its today's name, Naima, in Luo dialect. Being an alkaline lake, bicarbonate soda is in abundance, which the locals use to deworm their livestock. Other than that, the water too is uniquely useful. Some use it for religious purposes, for they believe it's divine. We use this water to treat skin diseases or infections. If you are experiencing frequent headaches, you can use it to wash your head. We also use it on pit latrines to dissolve the waste when the latrine is full. We neither drink it nor use it for cooking because it is alkaline. You cannot boil it too. Instead of it boiling, it evaporates, leaving behind soda ash.
chiro maybe whitish yani koro wuok kaka bala mineno.
The lake pays homage to various migratory birds, flamingos being the dominant one. They seasonally migrate from Lake Nakuru, Lake Natron, Baringo, and Elementaita. The mystery is the distance these birds cover. Other migratory birds are little egrets, Egyptian geese, and little grebes. For bird watchers, make it among the list of your travel destination. The more the flamingos stay in this lake, the more their pink color becomes pale. This can be attributed to the levels of carotenoids present in the algae and the mollusk they feed on.
Flamingos, they do get their pink colors depending on what they do feed on. Right here, if flamingo could take even 1 month here, they will be becoming white in color. In East Africa, we have got two types of flamingos, whereby we have greater flamingo and lesser flamingo. But unfortunately, right now, these are only lesser flamingos. If you differentiate between lesser flamingo and greater flamingo, greater are always bigger than lesser flamingo.
It is believed that you can only circumnavigate the lake but not navigate through its radius, something that baffles the locals who have tried to sail or swim across it and failed.
Guy, if you walk very straight,
If you want to move from this point to the other end directly, you will not make it. You can only make it by going around it, but not by a direct navigation. The reason behind this is a mystery that no one here can explain. People have tried but failed. They cannot even go beyond where the flamingos are. Even if you have an engine boat, you will fail. Reason behind this, we don't know. Finally, you can circumnavigate it, even by using a canoe.
Lake Simbi, the depth of the lake has not even been determined till today. It's a concave shell. The more you go, the deeper it becomes. If you go into the middle of the lake, you will find that there is some centrifugal force, a force which is rotating. There's a time I myself I tried to cross this lake as I was swimming, but the moment I get on that place, I was almost dying, simply because that force.
And in the unfortunate event you drown in the lake, it will take only 2 to 3 hours for your body to float on its surface. When a body is recovered, a mat will be ordered instead of a coffin, and a burial will be done on the shores of the lake in a specified place for such incidences. The sanctuary is currently under the Kenya Wildlife Service. Since their takeover, they have managed to reduce waste disposal into the lake, protecting the habitat from human degradation. The lake has no fish and currently serves as a tourist destination to locals, students, and foreigners.